Hello, hello. Hey, Sinistella. Let me move this microphone a little bit. So 2 goals this afternoon. Figure out the remaining art needs for Skeleseller and prune the demo from 2 hours of content to 30 minutes. It's simply too generous right now for a short-ish game. Well, I should say, given that the full game is only 10 hours of content. Okay, there. Yeah, so the settle art request thing is actually not too bad. What we need to do is just go through anything that was already done, which it looks like all of these were already crossed off. Yeah. So yeah, we just wholesale delete this. Easy. Then update this and then put the new icons on here. So yeah, I think let's write this for reworks. Afraid to miss first since I'm cleaning, but still got it on my phone. Yeah, I don't know if I explicitly said hi to you, Sinistella, but hello, Sinistella, and happy afternoon. I hope you're doing well. How's the cleaning going? Am I body doubling right now? All right, so we got to find the names of these icons. I have the game open, so I guess it should be easy enough. Adventuring Party. Adventuring Party. It's not called Adventuring Party. It's like Start with Adventurers or something. Starting Adventures. Yeah, there it is. And it's called MetaPerks Start with Adventures. And that is called MetaPerks Start with Adventures. Okay. These aren't super important. So, overview, the most important stuff to do is by far the battle map, since I want playtesters to try the game. And it's distracting when the map looks like this. Okay, let's go click that. Hey, Shaky. Just checked if you were online, but you weren't, and then went out to the kitchen and then I get back. Now I didn't get the first. I mean, it's only been, 3 minutes and 22 seconds, so you didn't miss it by much. But Sinistello, he's sneaky. He gets in there, he gets first. Now what's anyone supposed to do about it? You mentioned your wife is out traveling. If you drove her to the airport, did you remember to bring the car back home? Yeah, I remember to bring it back home. This time, I guess we still do live close to a grocery store, but I don't go to the grocery store that often. I go to Costco instead, and that's a drive away. But even if you live walking distance to a Costco, the amount of stuff you might end up getting from there is such that you can't walk home with it. Like, I got a bunch of cases of protein shakes. I can only imagine carrying those. Actually, really, honestly, any distance would be difficult. I got 4 boxes of them. And I got more groceries than just that, too. But imagine just carrying like 4 big boxes of protein shakes. And it's not even a weight problem so much as it is like, how do you even physically hold 4 large boxes like that? You could like stack them 2 deep or something and then hold 2 on top of each other. Hey, Grace. Hope you had a good lunch. Get in the kitchen 100% clean after neglecting it for a while. Oh, nice. Yeah. It's always nice to see that it's clean. It's almost like a clean inbox for me. I like to keep my inbox as empty as possible, but some of them I leave some emails in because they form to-do items, basically. Some of them are literal to-do items, calendar reminders from a month ago or something of, oh, hey, remind me in a month to do this, and then I just haven't done it yet. So while my wife is gone, I'm going to spend some time doing that stuff too. Yeah, it's going pretty well, Grace. Hope you're doing well. Okay, so rework for this one. I guess I'll just take pictures of this stuff. I already have a picture, but I'll just get a new one. All right, so there. So current icon issue. This icon is a bit too busy for the small size that it renders at. I think that maybe removing mushy or shrinking them or simplifying them would be good. Hey, against athletics. Okay, so that was number 1. Number 2 is the crop thing, which actually I think they're right next to each other. Yeah, both of these. So farm crop value is called, presumably, yeah, unlocked farm crop value. Unlocked? Oh, I see, because it's unlockable. Okay, sure. There we go. I just put this in here. These aren't super important, and if they never changed, I still think they would be fine. This one, current icon. And then what's the last one? Oh, Abby. Come on. She's pawing at the door. She can't figure out how to open it. She paws at the opening, not the actual door. Hi. Hey, Steph Alden. Okay, come on up, Katso. Man, I've mentioned this before that I get very cold during lunchtime. I'm outside of the computer room. We also had the heat off. And I went to bed during my lunch break after I had eaten. And I wrapped myself in an electric blanket. And then Abby sat on top of me. And it was so comfortable. It was so comfortable. You want to sit down over here? Yeah? Hi. Hi. Come sit. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Come sit down so I can do work again. Come on. Good, Katso. Power nap. I actually didn't nap. I just laid down. I was watching a movie, Selfless. I have not seen it before, and I still haven't finished it. I'm early on in it. But it's interesting so far. It seems... The way they're telling the story seems a little strange to me. Like, I think I'm 40 minutes in. And that it's taken 40 minutes to get to the point that they're at seems unusual. Hey, Matt. Back from Orlando. Oh, yeah. How did it all go? Are your customers happy with what you've been doing? All right, so farm crop value. Let's get this picture. We are doing, well, for right now, we're kind of just doing busy work almost, but it's not quite busy work. So issue crop value is measured in wisdom sludge, not gold. So the coin should probably be brains. Something, again, this isn't a big deal. And I wouldn't, yeah, well, yeah. I'll just leave it at that. All right, and then the final one of these is, what is it called? Level up perk cost. Perk cost. I think it's this. We can find it pretty easily by doing this and just make sure it makes sense. Yep, it does. Okay, so that's that. .svg. Current icon. Get a picture of this. Issue, same as before. Level up perks are purchased with wisdom sludge. So the coin should probably be a brain. What's new? Well, we finally merged that like mega branch I'd been working on, the modified 500 files in the code base. And then I merged in a couple of PRs. So one of them is something from Dark that makes the treasure room connect to the warehouse and fixes a couple of little map artifacts that existed around here. And then the other one is from Quickie Joe and adds a whole bunch of new icons to the game. So now there are no duplicated icons. Like, you know, every garbage slime icon was another perk that we had, and now it's like a special icon. So yeah, it's all looking good. And we have icons for even like this stuff: impulse buying, instant loot, bountiful harvest, instant harvest. He's looking good. All right, so those are the art requests that we had here. Done. Okay, so now new locations and new road structure. And then the instance maps for battling. So, okay, yeah, new locations. Battle map. All right, so I relocated. I moved some locations. Which breaks the road/path graphics. I also added 2 locations, the mines and the mountain. So the map now should look like this, I believe. Forest, canyon, deep forest, volcano, crypt. Forest, canyon, deep forest, volcano, crypt. Waterways, mines, mountain. Wait, what am I doing? None of this matters, right? I should just take a picture of this and label everything. Let's do that too so that there's more visible. Okay. There. So we can label them all like this. Forest, canyon, deep forest, volcano, crypt. What is this? Waterways, mines, mountain, jungle, and inferno. Okay, now importantly, I should probably label all of these. Well, avoided conference crud. Saw the competitors. They look better in a lot of ways, but not all. One of our competitors like hundreds of thousands more expensive than us, so it's okay. They have his beat on tech. We had a good show. Nice. IAPPA. I gotta look up what that is. Yeah, I'd like to see pictures. That'd be cool. International Association of Amusement Parks and Attractions. Oh, cool. Huh. That sounds like a fun convention. I mean, probably a lot of conventions are pretty fun, but that one in particular sounds like it'd be cool. All right, I'm going to delete these little tails that we have here. This does not matter, and I probably shouldn't have done this, but I already started, so I'm going to finish it now. And it's only going to take another like 10 seconds, but still, waste of time. And then the important part, though, is we need to write the location number. So 1, forest, 2, why? Oh, that doesn't work. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and then let's just draw the path. There. Didn't enjoy watching so many people leave the bathroom without washing their hands. Decided not to go for any swag or playing any of the games or grabbing any of the snacks. You know, though, I see this happen in a lot of office settings. Certainly in my career, but also if I ever visit a friend's office and there's like a public restroom there, I don't know, it's just something that stands out to me when someone just walks right past the sink. And it's like, okay, let's say, and I don't want to get into TMI here, but let's say you touch nothing while you're in the bathroom. It's like the bathroom is still a good cadence for you to wash your hands from all the other stuff you're touching, like your phone or a mouse or a keyboard or whatever, a door handle. So there's really no excuse for not washing your hands. Here's what the location should be in order. Forest, canyon, deep forest, volcano, crypt, waterways, mines, mountain, jungle, inferno. Hey, Strawn. No time. Life is short. You just have to loudly announce in the bathroom every time you do that. Like, I'm not washing my hands because there's no time, everybody. Life is short. See ya. Okay, so this is new and new. If you want, we don't need an explicit graphic for this. For something like the canyon, there would otherwise be nothing in the background image if you didn't draw something, if you hadn't drawn something. For the mountain, though, you already drew a mountain. So we could just cut out a piece of the background so that it's clickable for players if you want. Imagine the demo is just forest and canyon. I don't know. That's probably in the next like 20 minutes. We're going to start to figure out what should be in the demo. And maybe we just do it based on how long it takes. I'm not sure. Yeah. The Mines and Mountain will get new art. Yeah. Well, the mountain, I was just typing up, we have a mountain in the background. So what we could do is we could just like highlight part of it and not use a special artwork for it. But I'll leave that up to Quickie Joe. And maybe there's like a, I don't know. Anyway, there's a bunch of different things we could do here. But yeah, the mines for sure will need a new thing for it. And then all the roads will need to change too. Also added 2 locations. All right, here's what the location should be in order. Forest, canyon, deep forest, volcano crypt, waterways. So to be clear, the work should be make graphic, mines graphic, make mountain graphic if you want, see note above. And fix the roads. So that they make sense with the new layout. I sound echoey? I think it would be your room. Yeah. An explicit graphic for this. For something like the canyon, there would otherwise be nothing in the background. There's nothing in the background image. For the mountain, though, you already drew a mountain, so we could just cut out a piece of the background. Okay. And I think that's it as far as art requests. Oh, no, there was one more thing potentially, which was... So that's done, that's done. The mushy revive animation. Oh, and the Phoenix thing. Why is that not written down somewhere? Ah, yes. Here it is. Okay, so copy this. Go to the base 64 site. Delete there. And get the Phoenix graphic. Maybe I should just not write anything there for that. All right, so the Phoenix. Actually, you know what I should do? I should just open this up over here and then just zoom in on it and take a picture of it like this so it's actually visible. I accidentally got the top pixel there. Is there a way to just trim the top? I could do this. Yeah, nice. Okay, that works pretty well. All right, so what is that graphic called? Probably Phoenix. Yeah, phoenix.png. Current is this, and issues This particular frame looks a bit strange. Like the Phoenix's wing is incorrect since it's on top of their head. Yeah. Do you use any AI generated art or animations? No, none. At least not as far as I know. I think, okay, so I think that maybe Dark used something AI generated for the lightning. I don't even know what that is. I guess I'll just search for it. Lightning. Wait, where is it? Zap? Zap, this one. I think this might have been AI. I'm not totally sure. But it is very, very reasonable that a human could have drawn this. Get back to it. All right, take care, Sean. Yeah. And then the mushy revive animation. I'm not even certain. How would we do this if we did this at all? Characters, adventures in battle. Do we have another slot for the mushy animation? We do. We could just show them getting back up. Like I could reverse the death animation. And then nice to have. We have a revive animation for the Phoenix, but we don't have one for Mushy. So he just pops up when he pops back up from the dead. It may be nice to have a revive animation, but it's not critical. Doing a pixel art, Sorrow. The fruiting body of the jungle. All right, so we wrote this down. And then new instance maps. I think I'm going to talk to Dark about this. Write this down over here. In fact, I probably should spend the afternoon cleaning up instead of doing the top priority stuff. I don't want these things on my list. Make a list of new instances we may need or any touch-ups. We probably want special ones for boss fights. Yeah. Maybe even point Dark toward how to see what the boss fights look like. Invincibility plus repeat battles. Yeah. Oh, I wrote fruity. I read it as forest, not fungus. I'm not even paying attention over here. Okay, so now we're on the important part, what the stream is titled after, which is Prune the demo. I am way too warm with a cat on me now. Cat. It's too hot. I was freezing for all of lunchtime. I turned the heat back on. They put this furnace of a cat on top of me. Okay. Well, there's actually a pretty nice pattern on the other side of the sleeve here. See that? Cool. We'll just leave this like this then. Xyletics. Okay. We have a thing about pruning the demo here. Consider pruning the demo. We need to mark this issue as closed. That's not weird at all, right? Where did I get this from? I think I got this from Costco. I think I buy way too much stuff from Costco. Not like I'm spending too much money, just that I only really go to one store. And whatever they have is what I get. Hi, Katso. Oh, yes. She wants to lick my finger. What a good cat. Okay. So, pre-launch version of what? 933? What is this? Oh, okay. See this for my thoughts? Or what are my thoughts? I want to read what Past Me thought. May 12th? That's not actually that long ago. Depending on how you look at it, demo has about 2 hours of content. I wonder if we should prune that down. Obvious ways like this perk isn't available in the demo. Yeah, so do we show perks as being locked? Do we just not show them? So what do we do about perks? Option 1, don't show them for the demo. Option 2, lock them for the demo. Option 3, show them and let you unlock them if you get enough money. And option 4 is show them but stop you from ever getting enough money. And then what else do we have here? Did some minor research. Chris Sikowski posted this article. General conclusion is the higher medium playtime you can get, the better. Skeleseller was at, wow, it was an hour and 22 minutes back then. Apparently very healthy. Concern I have is that I don't want people to feel like they've experienced the whole game. However, that's not really a concern for Next Fest. I think my conclusion is keep it as is. After Next Fest, we should have a better idea of what people are saying about the game, what we're going to do with replayability. Pi said mid-May the demo gives away too much. When it comes to shrinking the demo, maybe stopping with the farm and tavern is good. And allow adventurers to get to level 5. The dragon be the final boss. Okay. So yeah, what should be the max level? Or like, what do we have a max level? Which building should the player get? I think just all the first boss stuff. Warehouse, tavern, farm, armor shop. And then the starting stuff. Plus the starting stuff. Which is garbage, slime, and town hall. Yeah, I think it's pretty reasonable. Oh yeah, I gotta write this down. Like, ping Quickie Joe about the new art request. Can listen while you work? Okay, cool. Yeah. All right, so that's what past me thought. Now what does current me think? Essentially pre-launch version of this, blah, blah, blah. Now that we have 4 spells on the enchanter, I think they shouldn't be in the demo. Yeah. Make sure the treasure room can't show up. I think good target time is 30 minutes. When we end the demo, make sure that there's still some goal you can accomplish. Maybe also let players know whether their progress will carry over. I'm just going to copy paste this over here. Okay, so minimally, we're going to have the forest, the canyon. Yeah, that's minimally. So this is for the first boss, and also how you unlock leveling up. Then if we had all the way until the dragon, what would that look like on the map? Volcano. If you beat the volcano, we could say that's it. 6 more locations. I kind of wonder if the deep forest should be the... I don't know. I don't know what I want to do for this. I think we need to let you get to the deep forest for the sake of completing quests. Deep forest should probably be in so that you can complete quests. And then maybe that's it. That may be like 15 minutes of gameplay. Let's see what it would look like. I'm going to set this to a little bit faster than normal. We're going to save and load, and we're going to get another adventurer. Why do we have the archer? Is it just giving me a random adventure? Why is it the archer? Huh. It was the archer both times, so I don't think that's a coincidence. I don't think I ever noticed this. Oh, I think it's giving you a random DPS character. Oh, that's the 3rd time in a row that was the archer. It's only ever giving me the archer. Ah, there, mage. Okay, yeah, perfect. Okay. So yeah, we get the rogue and we go over to here. We fight a battle over here. So I want to just kind of see what would happen. So we'd fight this too. Then we would be able to unlock everything. You know, I'll even turn on the sound for this. Okay, so that would have taken us about 5 minutes to do. So I'm going to time the rest of this. And remember, we're running at 2.3x speed. So now send these back to the first location. And you too. And maybe get the tavern first? I don't know, actually probably the farm first. Yeah. I guess get this. Wow. And then this. And get the quest. And dump some of these things in there. So we'll let him battle for a little bit. This will also teach you about leveling up. Hey, Tim. Or a player would be reading those pop-ups. Yeah. So I will eventually need to test this and see how the medium playtime changes. It's going to be sad to just watch it tank. Because it's at 2 hours right now, and I think that's pretty good. It's not going to matter soon enough. How's it going, Tim? All right, look at everyone go here. We're getting money. I'm trying to work my way up to 90. We need to be able to level up an adventurer soon too. Nice, now we can. Get the rogue leveled up. Dump some of these things in here. Good, good. Now we have a new worker. All right, so according to this, it has been about 3 minutes of real time. Sorry, I said that weirdly. It's been a minute and a half of real time, so when we multiply by our little coefficient over here, it's been more than 3 minutes. All right, now we have plenty of stuff, so let's put them all in here. Do I have the APM for this? Should probably go build. I should build a bunch of stuff. There. Yeah, I need the warehouse next. I guess it's pretty much just like, well, I don't know. This is kind of stupid, whatever I'm doing here. So yeah, this took 2.25 minutes times 2.3. So that would have been 5 minutes. So it would have been like a total of 10 minutes to get to this point. I think we need a goal for the demo though. And the reasonable ones would be beat the dragon, finish the second quest, or like get to a certain adventurer level. I think beating a boss probably makes the most sense. Like the demo ends when you beat the dragon. And I have my playtime indicators from before. Let me see what those ended up being. This is now done. We can cross this off. Although thankfully I saved that around so that I can get this link. Because somewhere in here, I wrote down how long it took me last time I played. I think it was 22 minutes. We just search for 22M. Does it find it? Yeah, there it is. It was 22 minutes. Yeah, 22 minutes to beat the dragon. So that was me playing. So if someone else is playing, it might take them about half an hour. That's probably reasonable. Should just reach the dragon. Like you can unlock the location and yeah, actually that might not be a bad idea. Get to the dragon. Maybe we say the dragon would let you build new stuff, but too bad you haven't spent any money. I mean, nothing this snarky. I'm joking for the sake of this file, but yeah, I think ending at the dragon might not be too bad. You can't just ship the game with a logical lockout, right? Never thought about it. How do you make it so the game is unlockable with memory poking? We could make a completely different demo that just doesn't have any of those resources in it, but I'm not actually super concerned about this. Yeah, too bad. Money, please. Or yeah, the dragon is like super powerful in the demo. We call it Demo Dragon. This boss is unbeatable. Every damage you do permanently powers it up. Oh, man. Alright, does it seem like a cop-out? So, as soon as you can play the Deep Forest. So, like, let's say we had enough money, we can unlock that. And then you beat this, so we go here. Cool, we win. And now when you click unlock, we don't let you actually fight the dragon. We say this is the end of the demo. Does that seem cheap? It seems a little unsatisfying, I think, to not have like an accomplishment. And yet, I think it would be pretty reasonable. It's like, okay, at this point in the game, you liked it enough to get to there. I think it's probably decent. More fun to let the fight happen, just not win. So, like, you just will always lose this fight. Like, you'd want to see this and have you lose. Maybe what we could do is we could... Well, thing is, if you always lose, I think it's going to feel unsatisfying. I also don't think you want the player to end on a loss. I think you want them to end wanting something more. And seeing this dragon on the map is the something more. Yeah, I mean, isn't unlocking the location accomplishment in itself? Yeah, I think so. Okay, well, I think that's probably pretty good then. So we would do this, get to the dragon. Get to the demo, buy my game. I show a picture of me eating ramen and rice and beans. And I say, imagine, and I show a picture of me eating a steak. Imagine this. So stupid. I don't even eat steaks, really. What was I gonna read? So we should end the demo when they unlock the dragon. The fight should not be startable. Okay, I need to move this cat and turn the heat off. Cat. Cat. Trying to move this chair over here, but I'm moving it obliquely. Okay. Excuse me, Catso. Okay, I'll be right back. I gotta turn the heat off. All right. Ooh. So, I mentioned this before. Our thermostat, you set it for something, X degrees, and what it does is it does X plus or minus 2 degrees. So if it's cooling, it'll go 2 below. If it's warming, it'll go 2 above it. I don't know what I had it set to, but it said it was 72 in the house right now. And yeah, I'm right in front of a heater, so that's too warm for me. Alright, so get to the dragon. What else do we have to do? Make sure this is accurate. Make sure this is closed. This is cleanup stuff. Make sure there's still some goal you can accomplish. Maybe let players know whether their progress will carry over. It's kind of just this. Detect a demo save file and let you continue that. I mean, it's just the exact same thing as the normal save file. All right. So, how do we do this? We got to stop you from even fighting at the dragon. What does it say? Fight elite? Yeah, here it is. And this is where? It's just called label? What? It's kind of strange. Battle panel tab. Elite name label. Never violate the cat code. Don't need a heater in the winter. Yeah, it's fine now that there's not a heater blowing on me. But yeah, with a cat on me, and I had my sweatshirt on too, and the heat, just too much. All right, so there's a... Oh, hi again, cat. Speak of the devil. Okay, let's try this again. You can try to sit on me again. Come on, cat, so. You just You're just too warm. If you don't have an adventurer, what does it say? You need to have at least one adventurer. You need to have at least one adventurer. Hi, yes, you're welcome back onto my lap. Hi. Want to come over? Good cat. Yeah, come on. It's not that I didn't want you over here. Sounds too hot. What are you doing? Ow, ow. Okay. Oh, okay, bye. I see. You tire of me, cat. She typed that with her tail. Okay, so is party empty? So we need to know if you've gone too far. If is too far in demo, then shared text equals this is the end of the demo. I want to see what happens if I type a lot of text here, since I think players will actually read this. All right, now we need a Boolean for this. Is too far in the demo is equal to you're in the demo, and the selected instance ID. Where's the instance ID? There it is. Instance map.selected ID is equal to the volcano. Okay, that should do it. So now we set, how do we do this? We save this, we quit, we go to feature flags, and we set the demo to true. And then run this. And I think that should lock people out. What Matt said is potentially a concern that, well, if all the rest of the game still exists underneath this, won't people just kind of skip the whole thing? And yeah, they might. And we should probably make sure you can't just skip this through the save file, because that would be too easy. All right, so this is you need an adventure. This is the end of the demo. I want to see what happens if I type a lot of text here, since I think players will actually read this. Oh, but the button's enabled. And you can click it. That's not good. All right, we got to stop that. Yeah, it should say elite text, and I think it disables it if... Nope, it does not disable it in that case. All right, so how about this? Let's do instance ID. Forest is allowed. Canyon. And deep forest. There. And this needs to be what? New hash set of instance ID. Isn't there a way to... I have to do it this way? I mean, that probably will work, but I need to wrap the whole thing in parentheses. That's not a parenthesis. There we go. All right, and then that needs to be considered elite text. And I guess we put this for either one of these. Is too far in demo or is too far in demo. Okay. I can make that code look nicer. I'll do that before I commit, because we shouldn't be making a new hash set every single time. We should just save that in game constants. All right, what are we doing here? Continue game. So now we shouldn't be able to even click to start a battle here. It's still working? Why is it still working? Oh, I did it backwards. I think that would have been easier to spot if I didn't have all this cruft here making a hash set. All right, nice. Yeah. This is the end of the demo. I want to see what happens if I type a lot of text here. Yes, this only shows when you hover over the button, which again is maybe a little disappointing. There would be a tip that shows here too, though, as soon as you unlock this. So where's that? That is beat demo tip. All right, so it's not beat instance for first time. It's like unlocked location. Is that a thing? It's not a thing. Is there a location thing here? Instance? Beat instance? There isn't? Really? Man, that's a shame. What are all the actions that we have here? Huh. Yeah, we don't have one. All right, well, let's just add one, I guess. Where do you click that button? Here? Unlock button? Augment button. There it is. And where do you press this? Right there. And what does this do? Town has modified money in place sound. It does not have an event for this. Update instance unlock status. Yeah, this doesn't know that you just spent the money to do this. All right, so town dot. We could just do this from the instance map. Oh, this has an event right there. Unlocked instance. Oh, okay. So someone time paying attention. So where's the beat demo tip? We want to put this on town battle panel instance map. On unlocked instance. That goes here. I think we get the ID for it. Yep. So if you've unlocked the volcano, then we mark that you've beaten the demo thing. And we get rid of that. All right, so congratulations. You've unlocked the volcano. It's not really a thing to congratulate you for, is it? I think we just delete the congratulations, which marks the end of the demo content. I should probably say some other things here. If you buying the game will let you pick up from here, from this point. Please don't forget to... Well, okay, what do I say? Because the game's not available for purchase yet. So should I have a message for before it's available for purchase and then once it is available for purchase? Should I just say... How about that? Let's delete the wish list bit. Well, man, I don't know. Okay, fine. How about let's just write 2 of them and then let's see what we want. Orange Ray, thanks for the resub. Howdy. I hope you're doing better since last we spoke. I mean, you didn't seem like super down in the dumps or anything, but still, I hope life's looking up. All right, so this is use this message before the game has launched. Please don't forget to wishlist the game. It should launch in March. Thanks for playing. Okay, and then use this message after the game has launched. You've unlocked the volcano, which marks the end of the demo content. Buying the game will let you pick up from this point. Thanks for playing, and we hope you had fun. Buying the game will let you pick up from this point. There should probably be a button or something that brings you to the Steam page, maybe. Well, let's not worry about that for right now. I think just keeping this simple is good. Okay, so let's read them both. You've unlocked the volcano, which marks the end of the demo content. Please don't forget to wishlist the game. It should launch... I shouldn't say this. I should say wishlist Skella Seller. It should launch in March. Thanks for playing. 2026. Yeah. All right, then you've unlocked the volcano, which marks the end of the demo content. Thanks for playing. We hope you had fun. I think just that. Buying the game will let you pick up from this point. Please consider it. All right, just throw a little cheeky marketing message in there. Actually, we probably should just put some marketing in here, huh? There are several more locations, buildings, adventurers, and even a roguelite game mode to unlock. With several... Yeah. Got a bit messy now there are attorneys involved, but I have hopes everything should get sorted out in the next few weeks. Man, sorry about the mess. Yeah, always comes down to assets and kids, right? I hope it does get resolved in the next few weeks. All right, you've unlocked the volcano, which marks the end of the demo content. We hope you had fun. Buying the game will let you pick up from this point. Pick up, continue from this point. There are several more locations. The full game has several more locations, buildings, adventures, and even a roguelike game mode to unlock. Please consider checking it out. Yeah, I think that's pretty nice. Hey, Beer Rousing. Thanks for the sub. Welcome in. Okay, so we got our 2 messages. Now let's code this in a less stupid way. So I will do private static read-only string pre-launch message, which is this. And what do we, I guess tips, yeah. I don't like prunes. Do you like prunes? I don't know the last time I've had a prune. Also, hi, Pickle. Do you really not like them? Aren't they good? The internet search says that it is. Prunes are a tasty snack. You have to like them. There's no other way. All right, now private static read-only post-launch message. Okay, and I'm just going to copy-paste this. I don't want the AI hallucinating something, and it's easier to do this than it is to read that message. All right, there we go. Fine, I like them now. Good. Good. All right, so return pre-launch message. Good, Katso. Hi. Hi. Oh, my lap is not set up for you there. Come on. Come on, cat. Time to relax. I finished the kitchen cleaning. Wow, nice. It's fully deep cleaned now. How often is it in between cleanings for you? All right, so this is going to be marked as unused, which we're going to just... Whoops, that's not what I want. I want to suppress this right here because this is intentionally unused. Now it still says it's unused, so we gotta... Are you... What? What's doing that now? IDE 0052. IDE 0052. Can you do that? You can't? Now CA 1823. Man, nothing wants you doing this, huh? You know what we should probably do? We should probably like fake use this thing. Because that way we get rid of 6 lines of code in here. We could just put an if statement here saying like has game launched. And then just not make it a constant, I guess. And make use of my right not to answer. Well, if you just cleaned it, it shows that you were at least partially responsible. I'll say, hey, gang, Galaxy Inferno. It's my birthday week, so I took it off from work. Somehow ended up with 5 hours of call on the calendar today. Should be off for the rest. Well, happy birthday week. Are you getting any dessert to celebrate? Because I may or may not have bought Danishes the other day, which I may or may not be consuming on Wednesday this week. Well, it's not my birthday on Wednesday. Usually I clean the counters and dishes at least every other day, but the oven and floor and cabinets goes longer. I think it's pretty normal though. Also, keeping at least the accessible stuff clean is important. Yeah. You don't touch the oven? Oh, okay. All right. Well, this is looking good. So we should really test if this works. What's the easiest way to do that? I guess put ourselves in a state right before we've unlocked that location. So just make a new game here and just cheat our way through everything to give myself a ton of money. And can we, how do we do this? I need to unlock the farm and then give myself a ton of sludge as well. There we go. Okay, now when we save, we quit and we go change away from a debug build. We set this to false. So now we can't cheat, but we already cheated. So it's already in the save file. I already took my breakfast order for tomorrow. Nice. Nice. No desserts planned. Man. Dessert's too good to pass up. Okay, so now I got to beat the latest location. So let's make the archer super powerful. Should be able to upgrade them to level 20. Good. Now let's just put points in everything. Good. Now let's go stomp all these locations. They should win very quickly. They should do like a boatload of damage. And yeah, they hit like a truck. And other vehicle analogies. Okay, great. They should beat this pretty quickly too. So we close that. All right, I'm going to wait for just a sec here. I want to make sure other tips don't pop up. Yeah, like that one. So we got to wait until all the tips are done. Orange Ray, what's your breakfast order? Curious what the ideal breakfast is, or at least one you're comfortable asking your daughter to make for you. All right, I think all the tips have stopped popping up. So now what we do is we load from the save file and then go unlock the next location. And as soon as we do this, well, maybe not as soon as we do it, but now you would read this and be like, oh, this is the end of the demo. You've unlocked the volcano, which marks the end of the demo content. Please don't forget to wishlist Skeleseller. It should launch in March 2026. Thanks for playing. Yeah. Hey, Resfiata. French toast with sausage patties. Ooh, French toast is good. A pizza. That's the best breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm not a huge fan of pizza for breakfast. I don't know if you know this, but breakfast pizza exists. It's got like broccoli and wait, no, this is totally different from what I'm used to as breakfast pizza. Oh, I have no clue what I'm talking about. Well, whatever I'm thinking of had broccoli on it specifically, which to me makes it a breakfast food. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know. This is all wrong. I don't know what they're talking about. The real Adam. That's right. It's your birthday. Can I get the game for free? Probably. I'm going to be giving it out to a lot of people, actually. And I was telling my wife about this because I was like, oh, pretty much every influencer who played, I'm going to probably send them a key. And she's like, is that a good idea? And I said, I think so. I mean, if they're actually, good enough influencers, I should get more sales as a result of that. Posted your corn? See you in a couple months. So I learned how to type on it. Okay, I don't want to see this now. Normally I don't look at this stuff immediately. But I want to see what... Whoa, this looks great. Forgot to select blank keycaps. Had to put random caps on thumb cluster and side columns. Not the end of the world, I guess. Yeah, it looks really nice. And you have the shine through keycaps at least. I know you wanted blank ones. And you have 2 OLEDs? Yeah. Yeah, pretty cool. And your LEDs are actually going to work. I'm jealous. But yeah, it looks really nice. When does it release? Is it out for my birthday in December? The game? No, it'll be probably March. Oh, then I got to write down all everyone's birthday times. I might already have Orange Ray's birthday written down. Birthdays. There. You said it publicly, so it's not bad for me to copy paste this into this document. Plus, neither of you said the day. If someone's a regular in chat and they've told me their birthday, I try to put it on my calendar so I can wish them happy birthday. Please don't everyone share your birthdays now. But I've probably got like, I don't know, 10 plus birthdays in my calendar now as a result of that. All right, so this stuff looks good. The last thing I wanted to do here is make this hash map not stupid. So battle panel tab. Fairly public anyway due to Instagram. Got it. Yeah, I've never liked celebrating my birthday or sharing my birthday. And even in real life, when people ask, hey, how old are you? Or when's your birthday? I'm like, I just don't share that. And then my wife's usually next to me and she'll be like, I'll tell you. I'm like, you gotta stop doing that. These people want to just celebrate. Okay, so we'll put this in game constants. Do we have like a read only? Yeah, we do. All right, so we'll put this up here. Hash set of instance ID. Instances in the demo. Oh, wait, now we could just do it like this, right? Because it knows what the type is. Pretty good. Was that keyboards on Adam Learns Discord? I don't see that channel. Yeah, you need to click channels up at the top and opt into it. Discord onboarding is weird, is the short story. And the longer story is whatever you onboarded and got into at first doesn't ever put you into new channels afterward, I think. Unless it's role-based or you have a bot to do it. Mine's on his calendar. It might have been at some point. I did phase them out, I think, in between 2020 and 2023. But I'm not sure. Didn't really succeed. 2 days before Christmas is just horrible for doing anything. Every restaurant is booked for company dinners and going to any store is bad because of Christmas shoppers. 0/10 would not recommend. Would not recommend picking your birthday. All right, well, now you mentioned it, so whatever. I'm going to write this down here. 12/23, or as everyone else in the world writes it, 23/12. Okay, so this is going to be game constants dot contains, or this dot contains. Cool. 22nd. Hold on. You're the one who said 2 days before Christmas. Oh man, I would have felt like a jerk wishing a happy birthday 1 day late. Not even because of my fault. All right, so this is done. This is probably done. Beat demo tip. I should also probably test. I'm gonna write this down like before launch. Test what happens when you upgrade from the demo to the full game. Does everything work smoothly? Oh, I see. Gotcha. Yeah, I think a lot of people celebrate on Christmas Eve here too. Although Christmas Day is still the 25th. Which I imagine that's how it is pretty much everywhere because that seems like it's nation agnostic. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, but I know that some families do celebrate on Christmas Day here too. In fact, I don't know which one is more important or special. So that's good. This is probably fine. Yeah, I think this is good. What do you do about perks? Okay, so then you just can't get that many buildings. I should just play the demo. I really shouldn't. I already timed it. I don't really care. But we should probably restart or save and load. Yeah, if I just save and load, I think that's good enough. So yeah, you can't fight the dragon. Nothing will let you do that. So then whatever you have available here, 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 and here, and here, I guess. This is all the stuff you'll ever have access to. So these are the only perks you can get, which is a total of what? 7 plus 4, 11 plus 5, 16. So you can get 16 perks. And maybe if you're having fun playing the demo, you actually do max out all this stuff. In which case, then when you load from your save file in the full game, it's going to be trivially easy. But some people would probably have fun with that. I like that there are still goals in the game for you to do. You can still upgrade things. You can still make money. You can get all of the adventurers. And you can technically level up to the max level. Nothing's stopping you from doing that. It'd just be incredibly boring. Like, incredibly boring. And as far as quests go, you can get this one done and then the next one done. So you could have 3 workers, a whole bunch of perks and customers and everything. Okay, cat. Cat, this never works. Please come over here. Come on, Abby. Abby. No, you don't want to move. I'm sorry. She's like pressing her little paw up against the armrest. Abby. Please. Come on. Come on. Yeah. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just right down over here. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I got to take a break. So I'll be back. Ads are about to run anyway. Is it jump time? It's jump time. All right, hello. I'm trying to raise my desk and make sure nothing falls off as I do this. I almost messed a bunch of stuff up because the keyboard was still plugged in for my gaming computer. Okay, I think we're good. I just need to move this chair out of the way. There's not a lot of space because the green screen's right behind me. Close the game. This isn't really going to work. All right, whatever. At least it's out of the frame. And now the lights are not illuminating my face. Let me move this maybe. Yeah, whatever. It's good enough. All right, so perks. As this one, there are only 16 perks at first anyway. Do we have a max level? No. What buildings we let you get? We've done. And that's pretty much it. So that's all it took to prune the demo, I guess. What is this? Feature flags? I don't want this stuff here. Yeah, I should really stand more while I'm working. I think, I don't know what's causing this, but I've had a little bit of knee pain lately. And I don't recall doing anything that would have caused it. By the way, speaking about this Resfriado, I actually am aware about this. This was that person, Double Agent, I think. And I know that people will do this, but I think it's much more likely in a game like World of Warcraft that has more players. So yeah, I don't know if the Skeleseller demo base will be big enough for people to want to get to max, but yeah, it might happen. Also, max doesn't mean quite as much as it does in WoW. In WoW, getting the max level via herbs is probably days and days and days of playtime. In Skeleseller, maxing out the demo might be like 1 day, which is still a lot for most people, but not impossible. Oh yeah, I never even filled this out. This is the end of the demo. This battle is not available. Oh, and I also didn't test out what happens. Test what happens when you cheat your way past the inferno or the volcano. This battle is not available in the demo. Please consider purchasing the full game to access this location and many more. Yeah. Nice. So at some point, we need to use post-launch message instead of pre-launch message. So we should just file a task on that now. Use post-launch message instead of pre-launch message in beat demo tip. It's a very simple change. Yeah. Milestone pre-launch. Great. Yeah, this looks good. Okay. We're in the demo. So the question is, do we publish this today? Honestly, I think I'd be a little bummed because as soon as I publish this, these numbers are going to drop. Median time played right now is about 2 hours for the demo, and it was about 8,500 people, 8,600 people who achieved that median. And you can drill into this and see the stats. So yeah, a lot of people were still playing at the 30-minute mark. A lot of people were still playing. 88% of the people who played were still playing at that point. So that's soon going to be the maximum amount of time they can play. I mean, kind of. They can put a little bit more time into it. So the median is going to drop. But hopefully it fuels wish lists. Yeah. Are the code contributors volunteers from channel or paid? So it's going to be... Let me say this. They all volunteered. And I said I wanted to pay them all based on the revenue of the game. So there has not been any pay yet because the game hasn't made any money yet. But yeah, the plan is to kind of sort all that out, assuming the game does well and the game makes $0. I'm not sure what I would do. Anyway, yeah, these stats are really good, but that's why it's going to be a shame to watch them tank just because we can't give out a demo for this long. Am I satisfied? Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, 2 hours is nuts. I'm very happy with this. Now, with that said, what this represents to me is, in essence, the demo and the full game were one and the same for a long time. And now that's not true. Now we've expanded story mode and we have whatever it is, 8 bosses or something. So now we need to further separate the two of them. What it meant to me, though, is that people just liked the full game. They liked it enough to keep playing. And I hope, I really, really hope, so after story mode, they're done with that, they can go play bone mode. And I'm hoping they like that too. And yeah, this is the next step for us. And this is what we're working toward in the next maybe week or two, is get playtesters to try the game as though this is the launch. And it's very close to what the launch will be. There's like one more music track I want to make, and maybe like, I don't know, yeah, a decent amount of polish and some bug fixes and stuff. But I don't think any of them really get in the way of the game. And same thing, if you don't have an extra music track in the game, people aren't going to comment or notice really. I think it'll be fine. So yeah, if I give this to a playtester in a week and they're just like, that was fun. Yeah, I liked it. I played for 4 hours or something. That'd be great. Do you have a lot of Western players? What do you mean by Western exactly? I think I could probably drill down into country codes or something somewhere, but I'm not totally sure. But yeah, almost everyone is at least English speaking. US and EU. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Is there any version of story mode in the playtest right now? No, I don't think so. I don't remember when I last updated this, but it wasn't in the last like 2 weeks, and that's when we did most of these changes. All right, so I've done this. Should I? Oh man, yeah, that's the big question. Should I publish the prunes demo today? And if not today, then when? What are the stats from today out of curiosity? Wait, it would be on this page, right? 1 person's playing right this second, and 4 people have gotten the game today. It's not like a lot of people are going to see this. So I don't really see a reason to wait. Yeah, I think the answer is we shouldn't wait to publish this. Or at least do this whenever it's convenient, which could just be now. Well, let's test another couple things. Then yeah, I think we should probably publish this. Oh, I haven't synced this yet, right? Let me undo this for a sec. Undo last commit. Prune the demo, fixes, what is that? 942. There. 11K have the demo. So not quite. 11,000 people clicked the, I think it's like claim game or something. But then this is how many people actually opened it. So there's like 3,000 people who I guess they got the game, but then never became a user of the game, which is kind of a ridiculous stat. I know there are people who buy games and then don't play them, but with a demo, I guess it's the same. Yeah. If I want to play test, should I avoid playing the demo for spoilers? Yes. Yeah. What about the art on the map page? Won't it show all the temporary location and look a bit silly? Oh, yeah. Sorry. So when I say the next like week or two, I mean, assuming we have that art done. Yeah, that needs to be done. That's the one big thing, because that's the only blocker in my mind that'll stop people from being immersed in the game. So yeah, in fact, I should, when I tell Quickie Joe about this stuff, mention that this is the last thing before playtesting. So getting art that is decent soon and can be changed later would be fine too, or works best for him really. Plus it's Thanksgiving week. I don't want to interrupt plans. Oh, the screen is frozen. Oh, sorry. Yeah, thank you. Let me fix that. Yeah, sorry, I had moved on. All right, so yeah, test what happens when you cheat. So let's go open up the save file. So if we were to load the game right now, we will be in a case where you are stuck at the volcano. So if I continue here. Oh, technically nothing's stopping you from unlocking bone mode and just playing that. I should probably stop that from happening. Yeah, I should probably stop that from happening. So, wait. There's another problem here. Feature flags. Debug needs to be false. Demo needs to be true. Abby's so confused right now. She's like, you're here, but your lap isn't here. How do I sit on you? Hey, Traffic. Loving the new game so far? Well, I'm glad, yeah. And thanks for trying it. All right, so we click continue. We try to fight in the volcano. It's not going to let us. Yep. So we can't do that. But what happens if we cheat our way past it? So highest elite levels defeated. And how do we do this? Instance ID. Volcano is 4. Okay, so we set this to that. And then we just reload and see what happens. It just doesn't even show an error on this button. But you can only not see the error if you're cheating. So it doesn't really matter. But then let's say you beat this location. So now beaten instance ID is 4. And unlocked is 5. What happens then? Should be the same basic thing. Yeah. It says it's not available. So you can't fight no matter what. Okay, good. Why is there a line on the screen? Oh, that's probably the edge of my green screen. Is it? Probably is. Oh, cat, I know. There's no lap for you to jump into. Oh, what a sad cat. Now let me just trim that down. There we go. She's just staring at me. She's she's putting her paw on my keyboard. I'm sorry, cat. What, a Monday? Monday and Friday to tell you? Are you done now? Is everything okay? And yeah, thank you, Galaxy Inferno. Hi, Katza. How dare you? How dare you? Are you enjoying yourself, Cat? Just like chomping on my fingers. What time is it? It's 2:30. Why are you already here? All right, so you can't cheat your way past this. That's looking pretty good. Mark this done. All we have to do for that is push. And then we watch this thing turn purple. It's already purple. Nice. And then yeah, publish a demo. Should I do that now? I probably should do that now. Laxton, thanks for the resub. Happy 5 months. I want to see that emote come to life. I mean, she is just sitting here. She's like, if I can't be on your lap, I'll be in your vision. Isn't your wife normally home at this time? Maybe Abby's bored now and no one else around. No, she's not usually home at this time. There were just a couple days before she left on her trip that she was home. But that's not the usual case. But yeah, I think she is bored. I also think she really wants to be in my lap. And she's just like, why is this not possible? Why are you vertical right now, human? All right, so let's go publish a new version of this. Will you move? Can I touch this? I can't get to my keyboard. There. Okay, I gotta look through and see if any of this stuff affected the demo. So when did we push the last demo? First, let's look at that. Battle portraits. Okay, this was October 6th. October 6th is right there. So Enchanter's not in the game. Treasure Room's not in the game. Bone Mode is in the game. Oh, we should probably... I'll write that down. Make sure you can't cheat your way past the demo into Bone Mode. The button should never show up if you're on the demo. Broke something which affected the entire company? Oh, man. That is quite the Monday. This is why Garfield didn't like Mondays, because he was a network engineer in a past life. So October 6th. Available building menus. What is this? Oh, I see. Special logic around building choices. What is this? Doesn't matter. Improved challenge mode 14. That presumably doesn't matter, but we should look at this anyway. Upgrades, that definitely doesn't matter. Don't show the menu for dragging an item from key storage. That shouldn't matter. Key grinder doesn't matter. Treasure room, keys, doesn't matter, doesn't matter. This kind of matters. It's not worth telling people about. This doesn't matter. Consolidate skill buttons. What is this? Oh, the refactoring I had done a while ago. I don't think any of this matters. Yeah. No, I don't think any of this matters. My goodness. Oh, item reservation. That's a thing. Did I put that in the last? No, I didn't put that in. Item reservation system is now in. Had a small chance to prioritize harvesting. Yeah, this also might matter. Anything else? No, I think it's it. Oh man, they had to drive to another city to reboot a router. I wonder if they'll install some kind of managed power thing for it. Fix small issue with upgrade points. Improve challenge mode 15. So much to read through. Is there anything important here? Best time. No, I'm not seeing anything important for this. Oh, rearrange a quick move menu? Sure. Rearranged quick move menu. Fill out story mode. This was a mega PR. This has a ton of stuff here. Okay, so some of this definitely matters. So consolidate bosses into regular locations. What else do we do? Bug with that being enabled. Anything important here? I guess let's look at all of this inside VS Code. It might be just slightly easier. Fine if I'm zooming in the browser. It means I shouldn't be reading text there. Fix tips when beating elites. They mentioned going to a new location. Oh yeah, bosses show on the overworld now, or on the battle map. Bosses now show on the battle map. What was, I already forgot. What is going on in my memory? Battle portraits. That was the last thing that we did. I knew there were pictures here. Yeah. And prune the demo. That's the biggest one. What else do we have? Fix rewards, tooltips. Localize a bunch of stuff. Add bosses. Fix revives. It's fine. It's a minor bug fix. This does affect demo players. Excuse me, but it's not very interesting. Rebalance some characters. The warrior, nah, it doesn't matter. And skills. Proper sounds. Right percentages. Man, I know this is super boring. I'm just looking through what can become patch notes here. Balance Phoenix, reduce healing, work on balancing. All this stuff's good. More the game. Yep. Yep. This is, I mean, everything's looking good here. And I did a lot of work to make this PR. This is cool to see. And we're almost done. The scroll bar is getting smaller and smaller. Fix bug with loading a save file. Increase cost of this. Okay. Anything else? Nope, that's it. All right, and then we have what? One more couple of things. I don't think any of the icons are, or these things, I don't think these things will impact any demo players. So it's just prune the demo. So what do we do? Yeah, that's the most important thing. Was 2H, now should be like 30 minutes. How much time do I have left? Yeah, I want to play through the demo that we have now and just see what it feels like for a new player. I don't think it'll be very interesting, but yeah, let's kick off the launch process. So let's look at the release notes. Make sure you're on main, set this, set the playtest specific environment variables, open VS Code and do this stuff. Okay, yeah, publishing the demo is a lot easier because I don't need any any metric server stuff. We just run this and we should be done. Well, not done. We got to type a couple things. And I got to make a Steam posting. So we want to publish a demo 089. Actually, probably 090. This is a pretty big difference. Yeah. All right, now we go start that Steam posting. Where do you do this? I don't think you do it from this page. I'm not even logged in. I should probably log in. Use the Steam mobile app to confirm your sign-in. Okay. I'm in the mainframe. Now, how do we make a new post? I don't know. Steam.com. Steamcommunity.com. Ah, there it is. So we copy this. Okay, game update. Regular update. What do we call this? As an update. We've deleted half the content. I'm not gonna do that. But I'll say getting ready for launch. Okay, so it's looking like Skeleseller will launch in March of 2026, which just gives us another few months to get ready. People responded very well to the demo. 8,600 people played with a median playtime of exactly 2 hours. Just remember that in parentheses. Nerdy. Thank you all so much. Unfortunately, gonna hit them with the unfortunately now. Giving away 2 hours of the game for free is a tough sell, given that the game won't be super long at launch. 10 hours in total. As a result, the biggest change in this patch is that the demo has been pruned down to about 30 minutes of playtime. Now, I love how that became Markdown here, or was treated as Markdown. All right, so let me see. Looking like Skeleseller will launch in March of 2026, which just gives us another few months to get ready. We're still working hard to make sure everything is perfect. People responded very well to the demo. 8,600 people played with a median playtime of exactly 2 hours. Thank you all so much. Unfortunately, giving away 2 hours of the game for free is a tough sell, given that the game won't be super long at launch. And we don't want to have microtransactions. I'm not even going to mention that. Yeah. As a result, the biggest change in this patch is that the demo has been pruned to about 30 minutes of playtime. Other changes. All right, so the other changes are these. Where's the list? There. Workers will now reserve items on the ground or in the warehouse so that multiple don't try to pursue the same item. Workers now have a small chance to prioritize harvesting above their other actions. They could always harvest before this, but only as a final priority. Rearrange targets in the quick move menu to optimize for hand movement on the keyboard. And what else do we do? Oh yeah, bosses now occupy regular locations and will show on the battle map before you've beaten them. And rebalanced some characters and skills. The only character I just realized, the only adventurer that's even in the demo that was rebalanced was probably the witch doctor. Although I think we changed some things about the archer. I don't know if I touched the mage and the rogue. So I'll just leave it at that. All right. JD said, could be good to end on a thanks to people who played. So it's on a negative note. Well, I wanted it to be, hey, you've all really like shown that you've liked the game. Unfortunately, we can't keep doing that. If I said the thanks for playing at the end, then the stat wouldn't lead into the what change we're making here and why. And I think it's going to be important to say why we're doing this. So I'm going to upload this to Steam, but I'm not going to make it public yet because I want to test it. So I need to run this command. Let's write that down. In fact, you know what? Let's run that now and get started on the game and unlock auto battling so that I can test this out sooner. Oh, thank you, Spilled Milk. That's actually a really, really good point. Let me give you a point for that. Yeah, I could think at the very end. I'll consider that. Wait, let me write some stuff down. So make the demo public, change the Steam copy so that it doesn't mention the duration of the demo incorrectly. Okay, so the game should have launched. I'm going to close this one. We're not going to we are going to restart, excuse me. And it's going to show us, oh, wait, before we do this, let's just skip this and go back to the title screen. I want to have the sound and everything on. All right, so new game. I'm skipping the cutscene. We're not going to spend forever doing this. And I'm going to restart my stopwatch over here, but we're not going to actively play the whole time. I am going to write patch notes and stuff. So that'll kind of simulate what it's like to have a player who's reading everything, and I'm not reading everything. So yeah, let's let that run. Let's go back to this. All right, so this is all handled. Upload to itch. Let's hold off on that until... I should write this down. Oh, and I need to update the itch page, I guess, as well, too, right? Upload to itch. Change the Steam thing. And where did the patch notes go? Here they are. All right, so let's save that. We'll preview it in just a second. That battle must be finished by now, right? Yeah. Okay. Where is that save? I'm trying to move this to the browser window. Where is the other browser window? There. Great. Put this here. Good. I'd like to show the boss on the minimap too, or whatever, wherever it is. Which means we need to unlock the next location. Yeah, I'd like a picture of that. I want to unlock auto battling. Does the battle finish sound effect play? No, because it's happening so often that it would be very frustrating to keep hearing it, I think. Map still shows the canyon art in the map. Oh, you're right. Thank you. No, we should not publish this today then. Yeah. Okay. All right, Xyletics gets another point. I completely forgot about that. Yeah. Well, I'll still play this just to make sure it's good, because this has to happen at some point. I need 3 gold. Someone buy this. It doesn't matter there. Okay. Yeah, so I need to update the demo then after this. So we should just bail out of this thing. Doesn't matter. Whoops, I probably shouldn't have control C'd. I should have said no. Well, now we gotta clean up. Ugh. Give me a sec. Let me take a look off screen. Yeah, I think it would have tagged something, and I doubt it actually tagged it now. Did it get logged -5? I don't think it tagged it. Well, I guess it'll be 0.9.1 anyway. Hey, Shooter Man. Wishlisted last week and was wondering if I'd be able to play on the Steam Deck. Looks like a really cool game. Well, thanks. I'd like to get Steam Deck support in. You can play on a Steam Deck right now. I just don't think it's a great experience. It's not like controller first. So yeah, you might find yourself having some problems. Actually, you don't really need to move items around in the game if you don't want to. You could leave it to your workers to do. And then you could just prioritize things like this, seek food, where the garbage slime will eat food right off the ground instead of, well, items off the ground. So you could make it a little easier for yourself, but you still are using the mouse controls on the Steam Deck for a lot of that. I'm not gonna buy that. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll get one more gold out of this. Come on. Come on. Yeah, whatever, good enough. And then we'll get that character and then send them both in over here. Yeah, so I'll write this down, make the demo public. So once the battle map is cleaned up, yeah, I'm really glad Zylax mentioned that, because even the paths are probably messed up. And this I'll do later, I think. Okay, so prune the demo. Clean up. Yeah, I can't do this one, I guess. I guess we just delete these things. Okay, so back to the journal for a bit. So struggle with icon and then pruned the demo. So I've had this running for a little while now. Let's sell some of these things. Oh, let's sell all of these things. Now we just need a tiny bit more gold. Good. Okay, we got it. So now we can fight this. So that took 5 minutes. When I'm like actively paying attention, it takes only slightly less time. Now we're fighting the first boss. This is still the demo, of course. Everything's still fine. But the second boss is not in the game anymore. I'm just curious how this will look. And also kind of how long it'll take to get there. Because it was 22 minutes to beat the dragon, but to unlock it, you could do much sooner. So now we'll get 100 gold from that. They'll start fighting there again. And then, yeah, I still think the best thing to get is the farm first. And then probably the tavern. And probably send these into 2 different battles. There. But what if the next best purchase is to get another customer? I'm going to try that this time. Is there a demo on Steam? Yeah, there is. And the demo, if you try it now, is going to be like the 2-hour-long version. If you were to try it, if I had published right now, which is what I wanted to do, you would have played the half-hour-long version. Oh, but also, actually, you know what? If you would want to, I actually want to submit a playtest version to people in the next, like, 3 weeks. And that would be basically just the full game. And I need to get feedback on this. So if you're interested, I can tell you more details. And if you're not interested, that's totally fine. Just play the demo. It's called mouse only, and it configures the joysticks and triggers to do mouse things. You set default Steam input map. I think while I could do that, I think I should just make proper controller support. And that it'll benefit people on more than just the Steam Deck. Now we have a lot of items. Nice. Just gonna keep stocking things. We should have 2 more customers. There's one leaving. Is there another one in town somewhere? No. So, oh, there they are. Yeah, we're getting quite a lot of potions. This is why I think having max customers first might actually be the play. But I don't know. And maybe even getting garbage slime stuff sooner. In fact, like Food Critic, for example, putting even just 1 point in this, it costs 50. But then you're... Whoop, they took the potion from me. All right, but then your first potion you put in here, instead of selling for 4, sells for 6. So that's... I only need 48 more gold worth of critical eats for that phase for itself. In other words, that was not smart. Oh, hang on one second. Okay, that was my wife calling from India. She reached. And she looks very happy. Alright, so the next thing we could get is customer speed. Or we ignore that and we go for... what do we go for? A new adventurer, I think. Alternatively, a new worker. Yeah, let's get the adventurer first. It's like 3 a.m. over there now? Yeah, I guess it must be. Although for my wife, it feels like 3 p.m. So she looks pretty awake. She was like very slightly sick, like very slightly, like a 5 out of 100 probably when she left. So I gave her some medicine, daytime medicine and nighttime medicine. And she took the nighttime one on the plane and she's like, oh my God, it was amazing. I slept for like 6 hours. So I wonder if that would work for me. All right, we're 4 gold away. And now we can afford it. So let's get you and let's send you all into there. Actually, no, let's not send you all in there. Let's send you into there and get enough money for the tavern. Shrink all these things. Now implementing controller support and setting the Steam Deck input template to mouse only would mean they could play it prior. Yeah, I'm not too concerned for the demo because I'm also not going to be doing a ton of marketing before that. And controller support will probably be like the next thing right after what we're doing now. I don't know how hard it's going to be to set that stuff up. And I hope it's not too bad. All right, we have a ton of excess here. And we need 50 gold. And now we're earning it like really fast. Nice. Okay, we got it. And now with all the excess potions, we can just dump them into the tavern. All right. We should be getting tons and tons of potions. I'm actually kind of surprised we're not getting more. And there are the more potions I was talking about. Yeah, so that battle just finished. We got 2. We only need 2 more after that. And there they are. So now we can just battle in the next location. Done. And make that bigger. All right. I want this out of there. So we could do the next quest. I'm going to start it because I think a player would. Which means they'd be losing potions to this thing. Yeah, we can afford this now, though. That's pretty good. So time-wise, it has been 11 minutes. I think the medium playtime will drop by quite a lot. There's really no getting around that. But I want to see how long it takes me to get to, I guess, there, and then beat it, and then unlock that. The thing is, a player won't know that this is the final location for the demo. So they're going to beat this, and then when they feel like they're ready, they're going to tackle this next place. And see, oh, a boss. I can't wait to fight the boss. I can't wait to pay $15 to play the game. Getting to choose them freely is such a novel experience after bone mode. Yeah, it's funny that it's the base mode too in the game. What do I want to do with this? I guess just dump this here. Oh, we could level up the archer. What am I doing? Yeah, let's level them up. So their battle time is going to be a little bit higher than it should be. Yeah, it's about 11 seconds. How'd the morning go? Finding one of the meetings? Yeah, the morning was pretty good. I think all in all, today was productive. We got some good stuff done. We pruned the demo. I'd like to publish, but we've got to have the fixed up artwork. Oh, it actually took longer. And yeah, we don't have that. We'll get it eventually. Felt like a snow day. Man, it's 150 gold to get to this. I think this is fine. I still think the pacing is okay. And there are other perks that people tend to look into when they can't afford that. So they might get something like customer speed or shiny loot or another potion stand. Or upgrade the farm or anything. And I like that there's some variety here. There are enough things you can choose between. The game doesn't feel like it gets hectic in the demo. I think that's another kind of change. Like, it did feel hectic in the old demo. You would unlock quite a lot of stuff. All right, so now we've got the 4th adventurer. Is it over when you hit a certain goal? It's over when you unlock the volcano. Is it not too fast? Is what not too fast? The demo? Our goal was to trim it down. It used to be 2 hours, and now it's going to be about half an hour. And like, I think there's still progress to be made. I think it still gives you an idea of what the game's all about. So all in all, so far, I'm happy with the idea of this. I'm just still trying to think about this from a player's perspective. And I will also hopefully see other people play this. I'm hoping that once I start reaching out to influencers again, there will be some other people who cover the demo version maybe, and I can watch them play and see what they think. I'm not sure though. It might not happen that way. All right, so we're almost done with this. Yeah, I just need 14 more gold. I'm glad I got that other customer early on. Are there limits on the perks you can buy? I know you have character level limits, but wondering if people keep playing and unlock everything and then continue that save when they play the main game. Might be really easy for them. There are limits. You can only get the things that are available right now. So that means these 4 perks, these 5 perks, and these 7 perks. So those 16 total are the only ones that are available. Now, granted, you will probably trivialize the game if you max them all out. So like if you get 10 customers by the time you're on the volcano, then you won't have a problem selling things to the rest of your town. So I don't know how much to worry about that. Like, I think a player will know what they're getting into. If they're having fun and they max out the demo and then they get the game and they're like, oh, I forgot what this town is. Let me just start from the get-go or the beginning or something. Then yeah. And if they trivialize the game for themselves, then I don't know. Then they do that. Yeah, I'm not certain. There's a lot of variables there. A lot of psychology at play too. What am I doing? I should just upgrade this. I've just been clicking buttons. All right, let's... Oh, I should also get the warehouse. I don't know why I don't ever build that. It's only 30 gold. There. Yeah, so we're able to beat this place. So as soon as we beat this, we could end the demo by spending however much money this is. I think it's 100. Yeah, it's 100 gold. So if we wanted to, we could like race to that. It's not a good idea by any means. And it's been 16 minutes. So yeah, technically you could win in about 15, 16 minutes. But I think most people wouldn't just unlock the next location immediately. They'd probably finish this quest. And that's what I'm trying to angle for here is like, what if we try to play like a regular player would? I'm going a little bit faster than normal. I'm not reading stuff because I've already played. Hey, Pressel. Yeah, Leans learns that, whatever. Something about working out, oatmeal. So, Pressel, tell me something new about yourself. What don't we know? What should chat know about a Pressel? What makes him tick? Oh, and by the way, Xylotics, the other thing is there's technically no limit to how much you can level up as well. Like, you could max out the farm, and then you could get all your adventurers to level 5 or 6. But even then, I don't really think it's probably a big deal. Like, yeah, how many people will do that? I'm actually eating them currently. That's not new. You don't know the meaning of the word new. Alright, so let's start upgrading this. And let's get that twice, actually. And I want 100 for these things. You don't have hard limits on the character levels? No. Well, there's a hard limit of level 20 for the whole game. But I think it's just sort of infeasible. So, let me ask, what does chat think for this? Do you think I should limit this stuff? Do you think I should limit how much money you get or how much time you can play for the demo? Because we're almost at the end of it. Like, again, if I click this unlock button, it'll just be done. We can still play, but there's no other goal to accomplish. So players might make their own goal of, okay, well, let's max all the things that are here. This is pretty fun. But if they're having fun, isn't that fine? Like, I guess they might play the demo for 2 whole hours and then only play the main game for less time. All right, so we got our new worker, Tovin the Skeleton. You can actually pick up the next quest, but you can't do anything about it because oh wait, yes you can, but you can't get demon helmets. You can't complete it. You can only complete the big life potion part of this. And that was actually stupid of me because now we're gonna lose all the money from that. Oh well. Yeah, so it's 18 minutes, and at this point I'm like, okay, I'm winning this location. Let's try the next one, and I click unlock, and now we try to fight it, and it says this is not available in the demo. Please consider purchasing the full game. So yeah, about 18.5 minutes. I don't think that's bad. You've unlocked the volcano, which marks the end of the demo content. Please don't forget to wishlist Skeleseller. It should launch in March 2026. Thanks for playing. I think the :D face looks a little out of place if it's on a new line. Yeah, wishlist on Steam. Okay, let's go change that. :D. There. IMO, you should limit the characters and some perks. I just think if they can continue this save on the main game, some people will be like, what was that? That was it? Oh, after they stomp through all the locations with all the level 20 characters. Yeah, that might happen. All right. I'll think about this some more and let me think about limiting the demo a little bit more. Maybe you can't get more than like 200 sludge at a time in the demo. Or more than 200 gold. I just deleted the thing that stopped you from having a limit. Oh, man. Okay. What was the other thing I was going to write? The thing about... Oh, yeah. Make the Steam event public. Where did that Steam event go? Here. Patch 0.9.1. I don't even think it's like V 0.9.1 patch notes, I think is what I used to say. I'll look at that later. Make it harder. It's too easy and fast. I don't agree with that. I think it's fine. Also, the game is supposed to be easy. It's a casual game. Like, you could technically just, once you unlock auto battle, just battle in the forest and get infinite money. Technically, nothing stops you from doing that. The game's not supposed to be hard. Okay, so there's no way to get to bone mode here. We have it unlocked. It doesn't show. Is there anything else here that you're not supposed to get? No, I think this is fine. No hardcore mode? No, no hardcore mode. You know, actually, people have asked about this pretty consistently since the beginning. Like, what if you added hardcore? And it just doesn't work for this game. Because the whole point of hardcore in other games is it changes your decision making a bit. Your builds, etc. In this game, if you win one battle, you'll probably always win that battle. So why risk it and go to a higher level battle? You just play it slow. So I don't think it'd make the game fun or even more interesting almost in any way. And then boss battles would be like super punishing because they're intended to be the harder battles. Is it Minecraft the same logic? I think any manually played game can probably have a hardcore mode. Well, I say game here. I mean like RPG. Probably have a hardcore mode and be fine. Or they can find a way to make it work. I think an automated game with a hardcore mode doesn't make much sense. Like, you don't control your characters. You don't choose who the fireball is going to hit. So if it hits the wrong character and you're like, well, I would have won if it hadn't shot the wrong character. You're leaving a lot to chance. So you do what you can to minimize the chance. And in this game, it's just not fun to minimize chance, I think. What if you could only do each area a certain amount of times? I think there's still sort of maybe a misunderstanding of how the progression works in this game. Maybe, like, I'm not sure if you played before, but the way you get stronger is only through two means: wisdom sludge, which comes from the pond and the farm, and treasure chests, which cost gold. So let's say you can only do a location X times. you'll never get 95% of the perks in the game that don't improve sludge and chess. Like, you wouldn't unlock the warehouse because you would just be like, I'll manually move items. You probably wouldn't even get the armor shop. You just manually drag each item to the garbage time and get maximum money. It'd be like super tedious to play. It wouldn't be fun. Your decision making wouldn't be like interesting or anything. Yeah, I don't think this stuff does good things for the game. Abby tracking your visual explanation. Yeah, she just wants to stare at me. Yes, you're the best cat. She really is just staring at me. Wow. Yes, I work here. It's your job to be floofy. I actually kind of like standing up because it's more comfortable for me, and then I don't have to move her away from me. Maybe I can put a little cat bed on the desk. Yeah, co-worker indeed. One job. Good cat. Oh. Oh, now she's stepping on the keyboard. Yeah, so limiting the demo. I wonder how we would do this exactly. We could just put a level limit on it. Anything we put a limit on should probably have an explanation that it's just for the demo. And I wonder how we should do this exactly. I do think just putting a limit on how much sludge and money you get would probably be the easiest way. Because if we look at how much it costs to level up, this is how much it takes to get to level 5. So if we limit you to 200 sludge maximum, or I guess 150 or something, then it's like, well, now you can't get to level 5. You can't get to level 6. You just can't have the amount you need to do that. And kind of the same thing with perks. Perk constants. Where are those? Yeah, here. So you wouldn't be able to get more than this many max customers. You wouldn't be able to get these perks. We'd set the max money to like 150, I guess. Just deleted a bunch of code for this though. Yeah, I think the question comes down to how many people will keep playing the demo after being like locked, and how many people will play it to the point where they trivialize the main game if they were to buy it. And I don't know what I would do. If I played this and I'm like, you know what, this is great, I'm really liking this game, I'd probably just go buy it. Especially if I found out that my save file will transfer. In fact, that's, I guess, another thing we could do. We could just make the save file not transfer. I think that's bad. Or like only make some of it transfer. Or see that you had demo stuff and then start you at the volcano. I think all that's bad. Yeah. Maybe give them a choice. Well, the choice is currently there. It's not a super informed choice. But when you beat the demo, it does say, okay, that's the end of the demo. So if you continue to play, you're choosing to play. Having a transfer. Yeah. I think it's a big benefit too. I don't think you'd want to go through the start of the game again. I think that would kill your momentum. Also, we should maybe even auto-save the game when you beat the demo. Yeah, so I think if we were to do this, we'd do it by limiting people. Hey, Janssen. I did see one YouTuber get all the way to level 20 on 4 adventurers in what is now the current demo, and then absolutely destroy all the other locations in like 3 minutes or something. And so what if they grind stuff and then have it transfer over? The so what is just what if they trivialize the game and then think, oh, that was it? Like, so their demo playtime is 5 hours and their main game playtime is now 30 minutes. Well, okay, whoops, I'm running the wrong thing. Hang on, sorry, let me fix this. Remove emote. Commit, push that, change this over to here. All right, so let me kind of visually demonstrate what the problem could be. And yeah, I don't know how likely this is, but it'll at least be apparent what the issue is. So they're in the demo and they are in this state. they don't have all the adventurers. That's not possible. But they got everyone to level 20, and they've got a ton of money. And, you know, they like max things out. So now they go buy the game. I'm just clicking stuff here. Okay, so they go buy the game, and they're like, okay, cool. Let's tackle that dragon boss, right? And they throw in their like stupidly powerful adventurers. This is not a great example because actually the dragon's harder than it should be. But you can see my adventures are all pretty much at max life. And yeah, so they kill this thing, and it's like, all right, they won in 13 seconds. Now let's go fight the regular battle. The regular battle, they're going to win ultra fast. So this is what might happen. And then they're going to progress so fast through the game that they've only got like 10 minutes of content, at which point they'll unlock bone mode. And then if they don't find that to be fun, they might be like, wow, that wasn't great. You'll always have people that min-max this stuff. Yes, but we could stop them from doing that. So in the demo, we could just say the max level's 4. Yeah, you can grind, you can get to level 4, but that's not going to like trivialize a game for you. So that's the big question. If the main game ends up less than 2 hours, someone could beat it and refund it. Yeah, and I'm hoping people don't do that when they end up liking the game. I know there's this big question of like, am I enjoying the game at the 1.5 hour mark? But if the answer is yes, and then you beat the game, I hope people aren't just like, well, I played the game and I can keep my money. Now, with that said, the game is longer than 2 hours. It's like story mode. I beat it in just barely 2 hours the other day. But then you unlock bone mode, and then there's, you know, a bunch of scenarios here that you could work your way through. So there are more hours of gameplay. If I play a demo, I'm not expecting the save to continue. Well, in this case, it does, and it does tell you that. So if you did enter, like you bought the game, you click this, you click continue game, you'd be like, oh, well, I didn't realize I had this. You can just go back to the title screen and click new game. So again, you have the choice to do this stuff, but I don't know if the choice is a good thing. So I wonder if we should cut that out to some extent. Yeah, I'm leaning more and more toward a reasonable limit. 200 sounds good. Maybe a tip even shows when you hit 200 sludge or gold, saying the currency limit in the demo is 200. Or like, you're limited in the demo to 200 gold and 200 wisdom sludge. Yeah, so I think that's probably the best way to do this. And like I said, then anything, maybe 199. It's still some padding over the 4th adventure purchase, but you can't get the 200G perks. Yeah. Okay. All right, inventory time. So I gotta remember to do this tonight, that's for sure. The limiting the demo thing we can do tomorrow morning. Then the next thing I had on my list was localization. Art requests we're done with now. Oh, man. Also, I think we need to fix the drop zone. Yeah, there are 2 things we could focus, toward localization so that I can have translators start their work, or some polish and bug fixing so that playtesters will enjoy the game more. I think there's just one really important thing I need to fix. Really need to fix the key grinder drop zone. Yeah, it's unusable right now. Oh yeah, the final cutscene. Should probably work on that too. Cutscene. Wait a sec. Where is this? There's no like end scene that we have. What? Create the end scene. There it is. Okay, let's modify this. KW cutscene. Cutscene. There. That way I can search for it later. All right, this is a scene, blah, blah, blah. Comment needs to be done for this, and then do it. Yeah, so one of the things that needs to be done is we probably need a way for the player to opt into seeing the cutscene. Maybe there's a tip saying you beat the game, and there's a rainbow glowing see end. No, that shouldn't happen. I originally thought of letting the player opt into the cutscene, but I think that making them watch it after the elite banner fades may be better, so that beating the snake is still on their mind. Maybe it's both. You beat the snake and a modal dialogue / banner says start end cutscene. Okay, I'm gonna go. I think it's been a good day. I streamed for a decent amount in the morning. Yeah, this is looking good. My 6-hour alert went off. The cat is meowing. So let's go find someone to raid. Let's go raid Dang Good Games. I'm not sure. Yeah, I have not raided Dang Good Games. Okay, thank you all for watching. Tomorrow I'll be back, but just for the morning. So it won't be a full day of streaming. And I'm not totally sure what we're doing. But I'll figure it out before then. And really, I'm glad you're enjoying it. So let's all go say hi to Dang Good Games. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.